Hey guys, Cindy here, and I'm going to be talking about ADHD in adults because I'm technically an adult now because I'm 20. My brain isn't fully developed yet because I'm only 20, and my brain develops fully at 25, but that is not the issue. Yeah, I thought I would talk about ADHD in adults since most people think of ADHD as only a childhood disorder. I've had ADHD since I was a kid, and I still have it. Yeah, and then what is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD? Yeah, I'd rather just call it ADHD. Many people have heard of ADHD. It may make you think it's kids who have trouble paying attention or who are hyperactive or impulsive. Adults can have ADHD too. About 4 to 5% of U.S. adults have it, but few adults get diagnosed or treated for it. Who gets adult ADHD? Every adult who has ADHD had it as a child. Some may have been diagnosed and known it, but some may not have been diagnosed when they were young, only to find out later in life. While many kids with ADHD outgrow it, about 60% still have it as adults. Adult ADHD seems to affect men and women equally. If you have adult ADHD, you may find it hard to follow directions, remember information, concentrate, organize tasks, and finish work on time. Which, yeah, that's me, all of them. And then this can cause trouble in many parts of life, at home, at work, or at school. Getting treatment and learning ways to manage ADHD can help. Most people learn to adapt. Adults with ADHD can develop their personal strengths and find success. And then challenges people with ADHD face. If you have ADHD, you may have trouble with anxiety. Yeah. Chronic boredom. Mm-hmm. Chronic lateness and forgetfulness. Yeah. I'm late to my work more than I'd like to admit. Depression? Yeah. I was actually diagnosed with depression. Trouble concentrating when reading? Yeah. Trouble controlling anger? Yeah. I'm not proud to admit that, but yeah. Problems at work? Sometimes. Impulsiveness? Yeah. Low tolerance for frustration? Yeah. Low self-esteem? Yup. Mood swings? Yeah. Poor organization skills? Yeah. Procrastination? I do procrastinate a lot. Relationship problems? Eh. Substance abuse or addiction? No. I've never abused a substance or anything like that. These may affect you a lot, or they may not bother you much. They can be problems all of the time, or just depend on the situation. No two people with ADHD are exactly alike. If you have ADHD, you may be able to concentrate if you're interested or excited about what you're doing. That's me. But some people with ADHD have trouble focusing under any circumstances. I'm the type of ADHD person that gets really focused when I am really interested in something. Then some people look for stimulation, but others avoid it. I kind of look for it. Like, I can't stand being bored. I get bored so easily, and I can't stand it. Plus, some people with ADHD can be withdrawn and antisocial. Others can be very social and go from one relationship to the next. I'm more withdrawn and antisocial. I got to be like that because I used to be the really outgoing, really talkative one. But now I'm only really talkative with my friends because I've noticed that I wear a lot of people out without even trying to, just because I accidentally say too much information about myself or I overly talk about something that I'm interested in. So yeah, I'm usually pretty quiet when I'm not around people that I know. The only people I'm really talkative with are my friends because I know that they're like me. They don't mind being a bit weird. They don't mind. And then problems at school. Adults with ADHD may have a history of not doing well in school and over and underachieving, got in a lot of trouble, had a repeated grade, dropped out of school. One of those are true for me. It's you of not doing well in school and underachieving. That's me. Like, I feel like I could have been on the honor roll if I could have focused better, if I didn't forget so many things, and if I didn't procrastinate. But all those crappy things happened. It's ridiculous. I have a friend that thinks that your grade depends on how smart you are. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I have ADHD, and because of that, my school performance isn't as good as yours, Miss Straight A student. And then problems at work. Adults with ADHD are more likely to change jobs a lot and perform poorly, than to be less happy with their jobs and have fewer successes at work. Well, I've stuck with this one job for nearly a year. And yeah, I admit that I can be late more than I'd like to admit. And then be less happy with their jobs and have fewer successes at work. I think it depends with me. And then problems in life. Those with ADHD are more likely to get more speeding tickets, having their license suspended, or being involved in more crashes. I admit I do like to speed. I hate going too slow in a car. But I have not got a ticket because whenever I notice a cop on the road, I always slow down. I smoke cigarettes. I will never ever smoke. Use alcohol or drugs more often. I admit I did underage drink, but even when I'm able to drink, I'm only going to try to save it for special occasions. And then have less money. I actually can agree to that, because it seems like so many of my friends have more money than me, and it drives me crazy. And then have psychological trouble like being depressed or have anxiety. Good job! I have depression and generalized anxiety disorder. And then relationship problems. Adults with ADHD are more likely to have more marital problems, get separated and divorced more often, and then have multiple marriages. Oh, your God, I hope that's not true for me when I get married, if I get married. And then, how is adult ADHD diagnosed? Look for a psychiatrist who has experience with diagnosing and treating people with ADHD. The doctor may ask you to get a physical exam to make sure there aren't any other medical problems causing your symptoms, take some blood from you and run tests on it, recommend psychological testing, then ask you questions about your health history. While experts don't agree on an age that you can first diagnose ADHD, they do agree that people don't suddenly develop it as an adult. That's why when a doctor sees you, they will ask about your behavior and any symptoms that you may have had as a child. They may also look at school report cards. They'll look for comments about behavior problems, poor focus, lack of effort, or underachievement compared to your potential, and then talk with your parents to see if you had any symptoms during childhood. People who have ADHD have trouble getting along with others when they were kids or had a hard time in school. Yeah, I got picked on a lot, and a lot of people were just jerks to me because they thought I was too wild or weird. I've always been an outcast. Then teachers may have had to work with you. For example, maybe you had to sit in front of the class. Yeah. They'll also ask if anyone else in your family has ADHD. This can be helpful information because it does seem like ADHD runs in families. And Earth Mom does have ADHD, so. And then how is adult ADHD treated? If your doctor says you have ADHD, you'll work together to make a treatment plan for you. Treatment plans can include medicine, therapy, education, or learning more about ADHD and getting family support. All very good things. Together, these things can help you find new ways to do things that can make day-to-day life easier. That can make you feel better in general and feel better about yourself. Making sure you get fully checked by a doctor is important. That's because people with ADHD often face other conditions too. You may have a learning disability, anxiety, or another mood disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, or dependence on drugs or alcohol. Knowing the whole picture can make sure you get the best plan for you. And then medications to treat adult ADHD. Stimulant medications. Adults with ADHD are often offered stimulant medications. Studies show that about 2/3 of adults with ADHD who take these medications have big improvements in their symptoms. And yeah, I really do need to get back on my ADHD medicine again because I do feel like it really helped me out. Like I didn't start talking really fast, like sometimes I tend to do. I was more focused on the things that I actually need to be focused on, and I feel like it just really helped. And yeah, I admit, the medicine that I am on that helps is Adderall. And then these are some reasons where they aren't always ideal. Addictive. Stimulants are controlled substances. That means you may get hooked on them. Some adults with ADHD have substance abuse problems or have had them in the past. Thankfully, I haven't. Hard to remember to take. Short-acting types of stimulants versus long-acting may wear off quickly. Since people with ADHD can have trouble with forgetfulness, remembering to take them several times a day can be challenging. And then hard to time. If people choose to stop taking them in the evening, they can have a hard time to focusing to do housework, pay bills, help children with homework, or drive. But if they do take them later in the day, they may be tempted to use alcohol or other things to relax. And non-stimulant medications. Doctors may also recommend a non-stimulant for you to take, either on its own or with the stimulant. These are Straturda, which I actually used to take, but I can't remember how it affected me. And then Intuniv, I ever heard that, and Hapve, ever heard that either. And then therapy and other behavioral treatments. You may ask about making these part of your treatment plan too. Cognitive and behavioral therapy, it can help with self-esteem. Relaxation training and stress management, these can lower anxiety and stress. Life coaching, it may help you set goals. Plus, it can help you learn new ways to stay organized at home and work. Job coaching or mentoring, this can help support you at work. It can help you have better working relationships and improve on-the-job performance. Family education and therapy. This can help you and your loved ones understand ADHD better. It can also help you find all the ways to lessen how much it affects everyone's life. And then other things you can do to manage ADHD. Here's some things you can do on your own to make life with ADHD more manageable. Take medication as directed. Organize. Breathe slowly. Cut down on distractions. Burn off extra energy. Ask for help. So hopefully you guys are a lot more educated on adult ADHD. And if you have it like me, hopefully I helped you out like this article actually helped me out. Yeah, I'll leave the link in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, this video is longer than I thought it would be, but oh well.